As a creative, it's a dream to build a sustainable brand that allows you the freedom to pursue all of your passions through it. It's the most ideal scenario. Sometimes you have creatives that maybe struggle because they're not as business savvy and don't really know how to scale. Other times you have creatives that are maybe stuck in the corporate world and they have all of these passions, but they're nervous to take that leap of faith. And then you have Ty Nicole Tucker. She is a successful mobile bar owner, killing it in the private event sector. She also has a product line. She is the cultural educator for Crown Royal, curating the coolest events and experiences in the city, collaborating with different artists and talent. She's also the featured mixologist for the acclaimed podcast, Pour Minds, using it as a vehicle to educate listeners about crafting cocktails. And it doesn't end there. Ty Nicole Tucker is goals, and we are so lucky to have her here today. Welcome to the show, Ty.
Thank you for having me.
Of
it is
course.
Totally an honor. I've been waiting to get on the couch, girl.
I'm so excited.
Kitchen, okay?
Yes, I'm so excited. How are you feeling today?
I feel amazing. It is a beautiful Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Got the Lord in me. Okay, I feel blessed.
Good.
Grateful. And just, excited to be here.
Yes, I am too. I'm happy that you're here. I'm happy that I'm joined by another fellow mobile bar owner. There's not a lot of people that I can connect with on that
because you don't understand until you understand.
It's a grind.
It is a grind continuously all the time, 24/7.
Yes.
I just had an event yesterday, so I'm even thinking, recapping.
Really?
Yes, girl. I'm so hard on myself.
It doesn't stop.
No, I messed one thing up yesterday, and it's been bothering me the entire time.
Oh no!
I didn't bring enough cups. We upgraded our cups. They cost a little bit more, so that numbers are different because they don't stack. And that's been bothering me.
Next time,
I know.
You know
control what you can control.
Yep.
That's what we learn, and we keep moving.
Good.
Pivot.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy we have that special connection.
Yes.
I figured I would make us some cocktails today, and we would use Crown Royal.
Wow, the OG too.
We'll use some Crown Royal.
And is this a customized bottle?
It is.
Wow.
Gifted by the amazing Ty Nicole Tucker. Last year, I hadn't opened it, but I'm like, this calls for a celebration. This is a special moment, so I definitely want to open it today.
Yay.
Yesterday, I went to Just Add Honey, which is a Black-owned tea shop off the Beltline, and I got a few blends. So I wanted to do an old-fashioned incorporating these blends into the cocktail. Okay. So how do you feel about that?
I love that.
Okay.
I love Just Add Honey too. So that is perfect.
They're so good.
Yeah.
Oh, I love them. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay. And while I do that, we can kind of chit-chat too.
Okay.
So
let me know what you need help with. I'm happy to pour, stir.
Okay. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. Use me.
Okay. 2 ounces of Crown Royal.
Okay. Let's do it.
So we're making 2 old fashions using the amazing cacao rose blend. So it has this cacao chocolatey taste, but a floral essence to it as well with this rose. So delicious. But yeah, anywho, I'm curious to know what's been energizing you lately. What's been giving you fuel? What are you most excited about? Is it a mind shift? Is it a matcha latte from your favorite coffee shop? A project? So what is that for you?
I think right now I am in my refinement era. That's what I'm calling it. Last year I went through a restructure, and I faced a little bit of burnout, and I really just strive not to get to that point again. So last year we did a lot of restructuring, but this year I feel like I have a really good groove. I kind of have a handle on all of the things that I'm working towards. And now it's just refining, fine-tuning, changing, elevating my brand, the business, some of our clients, with work, elevating the Crown Royal brand in Atlanta, thinking of new ways that we can market and bring more brand awareness and brand engagement. With the podcast, how I can just take it to the next level. I've been with them for 3.5 years now.
That's amazing.
And it's such a blessing, such an amazing opportunity. And I just want to make sure that I'm always constantly evolving in that role as well. As they're growing, I should be growing as well. So I'm in my refinement era, and that also means peace. So like I said, for my Sunday, just kind of enjoying it, waking up easy and easing into the day, finding my groove, not rushing. My slogan right now is everyone's urgency is no longer my emergency.
Yes, I love that.
And that might be what's been energizing and fueling me, just being comfortable in that.
I'll say the same. So I've been really heavy into meditation lately.
Okay.
And so, I've been doing 45 minutes of meditation every day. And I think I'm in week 3 right now.
That's really good.
I know. And it's like, it's forcing me to have slow mornings. It makes me go to bed on time because if I want to meditate on a work day, I have to get up at 6 a.m. to do it.
Yes.
And so I've been sticking with it. Yeah. And I feel great.
Yes. And do you feel like when you have like, kind of like that earlier schedule, or just having that schedule and setting that boundary around your personal time, do you feel like it makes a world of a difference in the rest of your day?
It does. I feel
because
different.
Your day belongs to you now. Yeah. You've gotten control over it. Don't you love that?
I do. And I love giving myself time because I feel like before then I wasn't giving myself any time. Yeah. I would just be like letting, I don't know.
Life happen.
Everything was just happening to me.
Yes.
I'm like, I'm not in control, but I feel a lot more in control.
Yes. And I think that also has to do with like our hustle culture too.
Yes.
Especially with us being entrepreneurs. We got to go get it. It's always like this. That's the pace we're moving in all the time. So it's really good for us as a creative, as an entrepreneur, just to be able to have that ability to take a step back, breathe, relax, and ease into things.
Yes, I
love
agree.
that. I'm so happy to hear that.
Yeah, it's been phenomenal.
Yeah.
Question, I didn't tell you how much to put in here. How many ounces did you put in here?
2 ounces.
Okay.
Should I have doubled it?
Yeah, let's put 2 more. I figured I should have told you, but we was talking. So let's do 2 more ounces.
Okay.
There we go.
And that's what happens behind the bar. You might make a mistake, but we're going to pivot.
Because we're making 2.
Yeah.
So Crown Royal has a growing flavor series.
Yes.
What has been maybe one that you've been really surprised by, the flavor you most enjoy?
The most recent one that just launched is our chocolate.
Okay.
And it is amazing. And I'm not a chocolate queen. I do not like chocolate. I don't eat chocolate bars. That's not my bag. I am a sour gummies, that type of girl.
I love a Sour Patch Kid.
However, me too, right? However, the Crown Chocolate, it came out late last year, 2025, so like November, December time. And it's actually just limited. It's an LTO, so it's going to be done by the end of February.
Wait, what's an LTO?
Limited time offering.
Okay.
So a lot of our flavors usually will test market with it for a limited amount of time. So we did that with apple, with peach, with blackberry. We'll get some like market insights to see if it's moving well, how it's doing, and then we'll adjust.
Okay.
So for this winter, this recent holiday winter season, salted caramel was on pause and they launched the chocolate. Great response to it, so I'm hoping that they bring it back this winter as well.
Chocolate.
So good.
So when does it end, the period to...
So right now, whatever is out in your stores locally, that's going to be it. It's March right now, so that's going to be done. Like there won't be any new inventory coming in until later in the year.
Got it.
Yep.
Okay. So this is our cocktail.
Yes.
It's speaking of chocolate, it's not Crown Royal chocolate, but the cacao has a similar chocolate essence to it. Because it kind of is what chocolate is made of. And then the rose element, we're going to garnish with a little rose.
Ooh, so cute. Right? And there's real like cocoa nibs in there too, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That is so good.
And that's it.
Looks so beautiful.
Let's taste
Cheers.
it. Cheers.
Cheers, y'all. Oh, she's nice.
I like it.
Wait, so is there a tea in this?
Yes. So I made a demerara and I infused it with the rose cacao blend.
This is lovely.
And then I used cardamom bitters.
This is really lovely. And I'm not even supposed to be drinking, but I'm going to finish this one. Oh, wow. I thought this was going to be... Not the...
It's okay.
That's good. I can eat that. Oh, my God.
It's good, right?
I'm having a ball.
Yay, I'm happy you love it. Cheers.
It's a great episode.
Right. Let's finish the rest of our conversation.
Okay.
Sitting down.
Okay. Perfect.
Let's head that way. All right. So it's been so much fun watching your brand grow and just watching your journey, the evolution of SoMixxy, the period where you delved into cocktail competitions.
Yes. Oh, wow.
And championed that area. Your presence on the Poor Minds podcast. You could just tell that every move was very strategic and everything is also connected. What's your approach in seamlessly connecting all of your endeavors and your career moves?
I will say for me, being intentional on the education part, I think that for me, when I first got into bartending, like the education and the understanding of what, not only what's in my cocktail ingredient wise, but like what makes that spirit that's in it? Where did that spirit come from? Where did that brand come from? How was that developed? What's in the drink as far as ingredients and syrups go? Like, how was that created? So for me, it was always that curiosity on the education part. And I think I'm an educator naturally. So that's something that I'm just good at. Like I'm good at taking something complex and breaking it down, like in layman's terms. But I do also feel like as a bartender, when I first started, a lot of that information and education was, I'm going to just say it, but I do feel like it was kind of gatekept. And it was gatekept in a number of ways. Sometimes it was people that didn't look like me, or sometimes it was the language that was used that I just was a little intimidated on understanding, or maybe just didn't know how to learn that information. So it wasn't until I started working at a craft cocktail bar that I really like deep dove into what that looked like. But I will say my intention is for everything to be based around the education of spirits, cocktails, and brand. And that's kind of where, for me, for Pour Minds, my role as their recurring bartender, for Crown Royal, my role as a cultural educator, and then for SoMixxy, as a brand, as a mobile bartending, but also educating on spirits through our virtual mixology classes, which is where I started. Just quick reference, when I first, during COVID, I was in my MBA program abroad, and our program basically went virtual. We were there in person, and then when COVID happened, we went virtual, and someone put my name out there to lead a virtual mixology. That's really cool. On Instagram Live. Like, I think I made like a grape margarita, because that's what I had at the house that I could just really like muddle and like make really quickly. But the feedback and like people asking questions about it, and that was like the first spark to me that was like, wow, there's some opportunity in this education side, because if I'm able to impress all of these tech savvy gurus or people that are deep into business acumen and all that stuff, but they're asking me, little old me, about what's in my cocktail.
You know something that they don't, and they want that.
Yes.
Tell us how to make this cocktail, Ty. That's amazing.
Yes. And that was the first like spark of like, interesting. What can I do with that, and how can I expound upon that? So I think for me, it was that. The education part. And then from there, I'm a true believer that when you really find your purpose and align into that purpose, everything's going to come naturally to you. So first it was me just taking SoMixxy to virtual mixology, to, following that journey. And then it was the Pour Minds podcast, them finding me. But I had put out so much product on social media that it was a easy layup. And I was so used to talking to the camera virtually, that was easy.
You're a great public speaker anyway.
Thank you.
Amazing.
I've been doing that since I was a kid. Like oratorical speeches.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, I know RIP to Jesse Jackson. He just passed. But I grew up in Chicago, and my parents got me involved in like kindergarten, first grade. And I used to recite oratorical competitions.
Wait, what's oratorical?
So literally competitions on giving speeches.
Really?
Yes. And my dad
you were destined. This is always what you were supposed to do.
My dad would write my speeches. It would happen. I can't even remember.
Did you have to memorize them?
Yes. And my dad was strict. My dad was so strict. Because I guess that was like his prized possession. He wrote this. Is this therapy? Because I've never told anybody this.
Really?
I've never talked about this. I'll talk about the oratorical competitions, but behind the scenes, like my dad, like that was his like pride and joy. He wrote these speeches out. I did one where I was like my grandmother, like I'm children, gather round, grandma.
Oh, so you
like
had
I had a walker, I had a gray wig, I had a big butt, like boobs, like I looked like my grandma.
How old were you?
I did them like, I want to say kindergarten, could be first grade, but I did them through 4th or 5th grade. Oh, and I won money. Like, so they were oratorical competitions held at Operation Push.
Do they still do that? Like, is that?
I don't think they still do it. It was under Jesse Jackson. At Operation Push. So like then they had different categories. So like depending on your age bracket, you would go against however, other kids or whatever. And then we would go on Saturdays, recite them. The judges would select their winner. You would walk away with.
And you were always winning.
I won a lot.
Wow.
I think I lost once. And that was like to an older girl.
Oh, wow.
But like that was so, I think public speaking comes naturally because of that.
Okay.
But education is like my vibe. So I had already had that experience, but that's again, walking in your purpose. And I know we were just talking about you love to host and that's why you're really great at interviewing. That was when we were in lockdown, that's something that I wrote out. Like I had so much time. I just wrote out all the things I love doing. And I really made an effort. Hosting was one of them. I don't like to host in the same manner you like to host. I like to host events.
Okay.
Like I love to curate those events, host them. That's kind of how that also led to SoMixxy as well. But I think everything is super intentional and I love everything that I do.
That's good.
Like everything that I'm doing is moving in the direction and the space that makes me happy and like gives me freedom and flexibility every day.
Yeah, that reminds me of the question I mentioned earlier about what energizes and give you fuel, but it sounds like it's all around you because it's in everything that you're doing. Like all of that's just refueling you as you're putting it out. It's coming right back to you.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And on the education point, like that's so important. And I do see that there is a space, like there's a missing link a lot of times with our bar guests or our clients where they don't know. They don't know nothing.
These people are clueless.
They don't know nothing. So it is a huge opportunity to definitely like take that and pursue whatever you want within it. And so I feel like what you're doing is just so smart and it's so genius. I mean, you know, we're both mobile bartenders, but like your approach in that is just so cool.
Thank you.
I admire it for sure.
Thank you. And I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't plan.
I still don't.
I didn't plan any of this.
So I don't know.
We're figuring it out. Every day is a new day and a new opportunity, you know?
That's amazing. So since you are doing 3 different things here, when you get overwhelmed, what is your North Star?
This is going to sound so corny, and I want to say that I'm still a thug after I say this. But truly, my boyfriend is my North Star.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I know. It's so corny.
But no, it's not, though.
But I love him so much. Like, okay. Truly, I met him right after I started my business. So he's literally seen me when I was on the Beltline slinging pouches. He's been there from the grind, from the bottom. He was out there supporting me. He would put up his lawn chair and sit out there with me in his hammock and hang out with me on a Sunday because I didn't want to go into work. I wanted to go out. Okay. He was trying to get a little pouch himself, but you know that's the cost of doing business, right?
Yeah, I pay everybody. I pay everybody in cocktails. Hey, can you do this for me? Listen, I can get you a cocktail. Okay, just help me.
Yeah. But so for him, he was there through that. He was there with me through the competition phase and like how nervous I was and anxious and like not knowing what that looked like and starting to work with brands and having a good situation with a brand to a crazy negative situation with a brand. He was there through it all. And so from going from the bad to the good to the growth, he's seen it all. He's been down, but literally just to have someone in your corner that doesn't want anything from you, not asking you for a lot, but is there to literally help pour into you, help you recognize your vision and like, and when I say recognize your vision, that could just be listening. Listen to me rant about this crazy client or this day at the job or whatever, but he's my peace. That's and amazing. Like my salvation. So y'all don't see me because I be in the house sometimes, just like, just in my space and in my peace in that zone. You know?
I can relate to that a lot because I also have that comfort and that support from my partner. And I feel like it keeps you going. It does. You don't realize that you need that sometimes. Yeah. You just need someone that's going to understand and be like, it's okay.
Yes.
It's all right. Like, or as you mentioned, just vent. Like, don't try to make sense of what I'm talking about because I'm talking out the side of my neck right now, but I need to. I need to just say, I need to cuss everybody out because I'm not going to cuss them out in their face, but I'm going to say it right here and act like they're right there. And I just need you to be like, yes. Like, sometimes I just need that. Yeah.
And as an entrepreneur, we go through 5 emotions in 1 hour. Yeah. Like, you never know who you're going to get today.
Yeah.
Are you going to get Oprah? You're going to get Beyonce? You're going to get Mariah Carey? Or are you going to get Glorilla? Are you gonna? What's the girl name that jumped on stage with Jay-Z? Lil Mama.
Lil Mama.
You could go either way, you know.
Mama.
And they just there just to receive us. So
yes,
I really appreciate
taking you for who you are.
Yes,
the good and the bad.
Yes.
That is a blessing.
Yes.
I'm happy you have that.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. Okay, so starting off in the mobile bar industry, it's tough.
Yes.
And we can both vouch for that. But what exactly about it keeps you going? Like, what is something that's like, I'm sorry, I love this. I don't care. I'm going to keep pushing through. This is for me.
I have two things.
Okay.
The first one is I genuinely appreciate the reaction on my guests and clients' faces after they like take that first sip of the drink that we've curated for them. Or if I'm behind the bar and I made them a drink and they just watch me so intimately, like intensely, like everything that I do, asking all the questions. I love that. To me, that's what I'm doing it for. Like, I want that reaction every single time. And if I don't get a reaction, I'm going to ask, did you like it?
Right, what's wrong?
Is everything okay? Exactly. Like, call it like a search for validation,
I don't care.
whatever.
I don't care.
I think every bartender can attest to that. So
Yeah.
that's one thing for me. And it could be a big client. It could be a celebrity guest. It could be anybody. It could be my family member, whoever. That is what, to me, like propels me and keeps me going.
That's
because
good.
that means you like the craft that I came up with, the way that I curated, and the way that I presented it to you. That full experience, I did a good job.
It's that intimacy and that customer satisfaction.
Yes.
Like
each and every time.
Yeah.
And then my second one, and this is still new for me, I'm learning how to adjust and receive compliments and just like when people come up to me. But recently, like, people have been coming up to me more and like just telling me that they are proud of me or they appreciate and they're watching me. That's what it is, that they're watching me and I'm an inspiration to them.
You are.
It could be bartenders. It could be people in hospitality. It could be mobile bartenders. It could be peers, whatever. I still am so weird and awkward. I think I need to come up with like a quick little phrase or something because I'm just like, oh my God, thank you. But
listen,
I don't know how to respond because I don't feel like I've reached my ceiling yet. I feel like there's so much more that I want to do. So it's always naturally a shock or a surprise when people come up to me and say that. But that for sure, people telling me that I inspire them, that they watch me, it could be on Poor Minds or they came to my Crown Royal event or they saw me online, whatever. But that is what keeps me going because I'm like, what I'm doing, even if it doesn't feel like I'm winning that day, that makes me feel like what I'm doing and what I'm putting out is actually reaching people and it's impacting them in a positive direction. And if I can inspire you to pick up a trade and learn something new or find a way to find your niche in this industry, because I want you to be better than me. Don't try to achieve what I'm doing. Go higher.
Exactly.
Set your sights way higher. But that is what propels me and keeps me going.
Well, we are all watching and we all admire you so much.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
But no, seriously, you are so, and I think it's because you're so authentic to who you are. You are so authentically Ty Nicole Tucker. But you are like championing so many areas. So it's just like, wow, wait. There's a lot of people out here doing all the things.
Yeah.
But no one's doing it like you, where it's like, you're yourself and you're just killing it.
Thank you.
Yes.
I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
You gonna help me come up with a script to like?
Oh yeah, I can most
thank
definitely
you?
help
Okay,
you. I'm good with
thank
scripts.
you. Okay,
Clearly. So within the mobile bar industry, where would you like to see some improvement?
Honestly, as a mobile bartender, I would like to see a lot more community around us. Working with the brand, I understand how much brands push into trade, but that's mostly on premise because those are the bars that are bringing in your product, that are going to put it on menu, place it in front of your customers and clientele and your consumers. And that's going to help make more market traction for you. However, us as mobile bartenders, we also have such a big amount of impact on our clients on suggesting which spirits, suggesting which brands, educating around those brands. And that's more on the off premise, right? So I feel like there should be a little bit more, and what I would like to see is a little bit more love and community building around mobile bartenders. And I know a couple years ago, Nate Rafael with Bacardi, he kind of did like a little happy hour at Anansi, and it was just literally just for mobile bartenders to come.
I missed that.
Introduce.
I didn't.
Did you? It was
did.
Yeah.
That would have been great for me to come to.
I feel like he had intention to like do more with it. I don't know where it went, but I definitely would like to see more of that. And we've had conversations with USBG, that is the United States Bartenders Guild, our Atlanta chapter. I am on the leadership board. And so we've had conversation around kind of curating or presenting more events that would specifically target mobile bartenders. I just think there's so many of us, not just in Atlanta, but in general everywhere.
It is.
And so many people ask me questions, how I got started, what advice I could give to them, what licenses do they need, what are my cost structures, how do I determine my clients? So many things that some things I'm still learning.
Yeah.
Pricing, I'm adjusting all the time, looking at expenses and bringing on people and changes and permits, all those things. So I think what I would like to see is definitely a little bit more community building around mobile bartenders.
It's funny you mentioned Nate, because when I first met him, it's because I attended this mobile bartending conference in Nashville. And he was at the conference.
Wow.
And we did like a little competition. He presented some things. I can't remember everything because this was like when I first started. But I just remember taking some of my savings and being like, I'm going to do this. And I went to Nashville for like 2-3 days and did this conference and got to learn so much about the mobile bar industry. I think it was called Mobile Bev Pro. And then afterwards there's a Facebook group, and so people have random questions constantly, and so I outgrew it, of course. Okay. But I still
because your brand grew?
My brand grew.
Love
and
that.
My experience grew, and it's just like I don't need what they're providing.
Correct.
I know exactly what I need at this point. And I want to build my own thing.
Yes.
But it was a great resource, and I think it would be great if something locally.
Yes.
I think that would be great, because I actually know other mobile bartenders that's reached out to me as well. That's just like, hey, I want to do a thing. And I'm like,
Go ahead.
I'll come.
Yeah, I'll support it.
But it's a lot to curate it ourselves. I mean, for me personally, but I do think that there's a space for it. And I personally would like to see some improvement with our pricing.
Yes.
I want everybody to like raise their pricing. And I get it. You know, there's certain services and certain types of quality of service are costing certain things. And then if you don't meet that quality or tier, that's okay. There's a region for you price wise as well. So I get it. But I do think that we should up our prices. I think I'm at a good point, but I feel like everybody should.
I mean, and that comes with experience, testing the market, understanding your client, your ideal clientele. And even for me, like every year, at the end of every year, I go back, especially around tax time when I'm sending documents over to my accountant, but I'm always looking at my pricing structure and wondering and assessing, am I priced too low? Do I need to be pricing higher? I'm looking to elevate and refine my brand. So it's going to change. Yeah. Like I'm adding more stuff. I'm hiring more staff.
Yes.
I have more overhead costs now.
Yeah.
It's different when you were at your home. It's just you. Anything you bring in is just you. When you start adding employees, adding a storage unit, adding more equipment, that is an expense. More subscriptions to do more.
The subscriptions, oh my gosh.
I just paid insurance for the year.
I just paid Dubsado, and then I got some things on. You did use Dubsado too?
Yes.
The auto renew just happened, and I wasn't expecting it. And I'm like, wait, what is this $400 fee? What is this?
Yep.
But I need that.
But you have to have
I need it.
Yes.
That saves my life.
Yes.
It helps me stay organized.
Yes.
It helps me communicate with my clients.
Yeah.
So,
and not everyone's pricing is the same. So it's not a one size fits all. Everyone has to be able to adjust, but I agree with you.
Yeah.
And that's something that I push for my team. I want everyone to feel like they're being paid and compensated fairly. I'm asking y'all to do a lot, but understand that I'm also doing even more on that back end. And I think the admin side is what people don't really
Speaking on that, there comes a point in our mobile bartending when you realize you can't operate everything on your own and you need to build a team. So a team that does more of the operational and admin stuff like we're talking about now. If you can recall, what did that moment look like for you when you realized you needed that extra help?
What
was going on?
It looked like burnout. Really? It looked like your girl was tired. It was... I think, so I'll say that the first year that I had SoMixxy, I hired one person with me to be a bartender for events because I quickly reached this point where I was getting booked for larger scale events, and I needed someone else to like just come bartend. Like I'm gonna handle all the batching, I'm gonna handle all the prep. the consulting with the client, but I just need you to bartend with me. At that time, it was bartending alongside of me. And then eventually I grew into, I need bartenders for events and let me manage the event and then whatever. But it felt like burnt out. Definitely into 2024. This was after the first year that I had my role with Crown. So it was the first year that I'm experienced having a 9-to-5, managing my SoMixxy brand, and then working on Pour Minds. And I took on so much unintentionally, but intentionally. And I didn't realize how much it was impacting me. I was tired. I could not curate. I couldn't be creative. It wasn't fun to create anymore because I had so much admin things to do. And that was, to me, the breaking point. I was like, there's no way I can continue another year of this. No way. I won't be good to anyone. So at that point, that is when I had to literally restructure. So I know this is my refinement era. Last year was my restructure. And I slowed down.
Good.
I realized that booked and busy isn't always the best.
Lately I've been saying, I don't want to be booked and busy.
No.
I just want to be booked.
I just want to be booked.
I just want to be booked.
You know?
I want that on a shirt.
Efficiently.
I just want to be booked.
And like, with just being booked, I'm okay with one event a week.
Oh my gosh.
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with like 2 a month.
You know?
Give me the off week to reset my mind. Because I too will have a 9-to-5.
Yes.
So, 8 to 5. They're crazy. But, you know, like that's a lot.
It is. It's so much.
It's a lot to juggle all of that. And so for myself, I felt like that looked like me having to go to therapy. And not until recently that I realized that when I started therapy, I didn't go to therapy thinking like, oh, I'm an entrepreneur and I got all these things going on. I went to therapy like I don't know what I thought, but now I realize this is solely because you are an entrepreneur and in corporate America at the same time. And you're also a creative that have all these passions. So you just constantly feel like stuck, like you can't quite get to do everything you want to do. Why do we want to do so much? That's another. Why do we want to do everything? Just stop.
But I don't think that's bad.
I want to do everything.
I want to do every single thing.
I want to do everything.
And you know who I look up to? I love Shaquille O'Neal.
Okay.
I think Shaquille O'Neal is like such an epitome of like, damn, do whatever you want. You want to own a Domino's. You want to own an insurance franchise. You want to be a DJ.
Face is on everything.
But that's your brand. That's what you can build your brand to do.
Isn't
with
the insurance
all.
company General
Motors? Is it General Motors? Not General Motors. That's GM.
It's a General Insurance. I just know there's an actual cartoon.
The cartoon
General.
guy. Yes. I don't know the name of it, but yeah. But that's what I'm like. I look at him. Isn't he skating or something? I know he DJs. I feel like there's something with skating.
I think he created a festival at one point. I remember like
something like an EDM festival or something.
I remember that too.
Who thinks of that? You know, like that's what I think of. Like I think it's so cool, but he got a team.
Yeah.
That's helping him reach all of those things. Like do what you can do in your capacity, but like
build the team.
Build
essentially
the structures,
is the team.
The structures, the SOPs, the processes. You got to know, because I be expecting my team to know everything that's up here. You got to know it, because if I can't be at this event, you have to understand this client, how they feel, what they ask for, what they want, because they're expecting what they told me to be presented through you as my employee, as my staff member. So it's very like having those systems, Asana, Dubsado, where that is kept, that customer data is kept, tracked. You can come back to it. We can look back at what they did last year for the same event. How do we tweak that?
Yeah.
That's what you need.
What was the hardest thing to relinquish?
Ooh, trust and control.
Okay.
Ooh, and trust I'm still working on.
Okay.
Everybody always says that they want to help and like they're looking to like get on board and always asking me for opportunities.
They mostly just want to bartend, which is the easiest thing to feel. Like that's the easiest thing to let go of.
Easiest thing to do.
Gosh.
You don't understand that admin is really the thing that gets. So for me, because I'm so protective of my client and SoMixxy is my baby. I brought this to life. I envisioned this.
I felt like I had 9 months of pregnancy, and that really came through my vaginal. I really do. And like my sister is that's the auntie. My boyfriend, that's his daughter. Like I take it too far. I get Mother Day cards. They're like, happy Mother's Day. I'm like, yes, because I am a mother.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
It's extra, but I'm here for it.
But facts.
Yeah.
Like we birthed this concept, we birthed this vision, and we take that very seriously.
Yeah.
And when my name is on something, I feel very strongly about it. Regardless of who it is, what it is, I feel strongly about it. So I think that relinquishing control over every single detail is something that I still struggle with, but I'm in a much better position. I've now delegated what my therapist has helped me get to, what I feel comfortable relinquishing control, and what things I still want to maintain.
I love to hear you say that your therapist helped you with that, because my therapist is always helping me. She literally is like my business consultant click, because I'm like, she's like, okay, last therapy session I had, she was like, so like, let's just do that in the session, Courtney. Like, we don't have to bullshit around anymore. Like, let's break this down in our session. And I'm like, you would do that?
Yeah.
She's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh. Wow.
Because it's still your mental, it's still in your mental health and capacity. If that's what you're thinking about all the time, it doesn't necessarily always have to be about relationships or like emotional things. Like sometimes therapy is literally for you to talk out your thoughts. Yeah. And where your head is. So I think that's beautiful.
She's like, working sessions.
Yeah.
Like, let's go to work. I'm like, I guess I'm paying you. Should I write this off too?
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, we need this. I'm interested to know your mindset and thought process during the period you decided to expand your business from only offering a service to offering a product. Okay. So you have a cocktail syrup line, you have a cocktail calendar, cocktail kits. I'm sure you have some other things too. For me, I'm always constantly fighting this idea that everything has already been done before, because it has. It's already been done before. Yeah. And then I'm always just getting hung up on trying to be so original, when in our industry, beverage, cocktails, bar, it's kind of impossible to be original. Everything's being remixed and redeveloped and redone. So I'm interested to know where your head was during your transition of your business when you went from service to product.
So actually mine was reversed. Okay. So the very first thing that I created for SoMixxy was actually my hibiscus syrup. That was like the first thing for me, like dusting off the dust on my bar and like getting back into bartending. And like I had a vision of star tenders, but I didn't know at the time, like it was more of like, I ain't even gonna go into that. It was a different vision completely. And then I had a vision about having my own curated product line. And so that's where I really started. And with that syrup, I was doing virtual mixology classes for like a lot of corporate clients. And I found this event company, and they went virtual during COVID, and they were looking for virtual mixologists. So they hired me for that. And then they were fielding the clients for me. But they would send me like this huge kit with these big liquor bottles and like getting syrups from different places and different utensils and all that. So that is what taught me and gave me the idea of like, oh, a cocktail kit. That's great. Like, how do I do this? How do I make it my own?
Let them spend the money, and then you learn from them.
Exactly.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna do it over here.
And it also prepared me for camera. Right. So it taught me what to do and what lane to go in. Okay. And so with the syrup, I'm like, okay, cool. I had my own clients and stuff that were reaching out to me. So I would put the syrups in. That's how I developed the mix kit. But I knew I couldn't ship liquor because I didn't have a license to ship to all these different states. Yeah. All state laws are different. And so I would send that to my corporate clients. And then into 2021, around the holiday season, some of my corporate clients that were local, they're like, hey, we're going back into the office and we're having our holiday party. Can you be our mobile bartender?
That's genius.
And that's when I started getting into on-premise and like doing in-person events because people were coming back to life, getting back out, coming back into the office. And now they're looking to like take what they learn and make it a real experience. They're like, oh, we like the drinks that you made virtually. What can you do in person?
These established relationships just carried on.
Yes.
And that's so amazing. Yes. I think that, from the sounds of it, that intimate one-on-one with them was like sealed deal. Great. When I have any need, I know exactly who to go to.
And it was an experience. And that goes back to like the intentionality. Like I am here to host an experience for you. So now I can take it from in front of the camera to the bar in your office building, and I'm creating an even liver experience.
Not everyone can do that. Mm-hmm. Some people can only do it on camera.
Yep.
Some people can't do that same thing and produce that in reality.
Yeah.
So the fact that you can do both, that's also great.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Awesome. So during that period, did you ever experience any self-sabotage, were you a little insecure with like the product? And it's like, okay, now I got to offer a service. Was there any comparison? And then how did you pull yourself out of that if you had any of that going on at all?
There's always comparison. I'm very hard on myself. I am like, I feel like I always want to be better. I know I don't know if I've talked about this event yesterday, but had an event and we ran out of cups towards the end. The last final hour was 5 hours long. That last hour we ran out of cups, and that bothers me. Like all day I've been thinking about like, damn, I messed that up. Everyone did not care. They were lit.
Refill me. I will not throw my cup away. You can take my same cup. Alcohol kills all the germs.
Exactly.
Please.
They kept coming. My bar team went and started washing cups, but I switched to a more expensive cup, and I didn't get as many, or I didn't expect the event to need that many.
Yeah.
But that should have, I weighed that on myself. So I say that to say I'm always in my mind recapping about how I can do something better.
Yeah.
Could be the Virgo in me. I don't know. However, I will say, repeat the question for me one more time.
Did you experience any self-sabotage or comparison in the period when you transitioned from product to service?
Yes. Okay. So then when I transitioned to product to service, no. I felt comfortable in that because
that's good.
I knew what I was doing, and it was really simply about just recreating that experience. But for products, I'm much different on myself. I'm super hard. I feel like I look at all of my competitors.
There's so many.
They're doing so many different things. I think they're so cool.
Sometimes I'm like, what's the point? And I know it's like, this is what I was thinking about when I was creating this question. It's like with the service, you can always be unique because it's you, as you mentioned before.
It's your personality.
It's your personality. Yeah, it might be the same cocktail you can get anywhere else.
Yep.
But you haven't been able to connect with me.
Yep.
And ultimately, you're here for that connection.
Yeah.
So you got this connection and you got a good cocktail. But when it's a product, it's like, you don't see my face.
No.
You got to pick me out of the selection of all of these people.
You don't know the experience that they went through to purchase that. If the lady at the register was nasty, that might rub off on when you taste my product.
Never mind.
Yeah. Like, there's so many things to think about. The packaging, I'm looking at labels, I'm going through people's websites, and I'm like, dang, look how they're doing. Look what they're... But then I have to realize, I'm me, I'm in my lane. What do I want to do? What is my brand representing? How do I differentiate myself from that? So it's always me doing a SWOT analysis 24/7. But
I'm serious. That's why you laugh.
I'm like, I literally be doing. I just did one the other day. That's why I'm really laughing because I just did this.
I could tell.
But I discovered some newer competitors.
Okay.
And I was like, yes, I love to see this in the market. People that look like us, that are doing their own thing, and I'm just proud of that. But the vision that I have for my products, the more I see, the higher I'm reaching. And because I'm just bootstrapping my business, I think that was the biggest thing. Products take and require so much money, so much more money up front to help develop it. Versus a service, I can get it out the mud.
You could start with nothing.
You can that deposit go a long way. You know what I mean?
Start your business.
And since I've realized that I'm pretty much bootstrapping, I recognize that I need to either get more grants, I need to find more of an angel investor. I don't have any debt in SoMixxy. That's something I'm very proud of.
Congratulations! Oh my gosh, I'm trying to get out.
That was one thing that I'm like, I can't.
That's so good.
I ain't saying I got no debt. I just knew that I couldn't take on, and I'm not willing to take on anymore. So
good for you.
Literally bootstrapping and getting it out the mud. So I'm looking. Initially, I was like, okay, I want to get to this amount. Cash liquid where I can actually invest in that. Or again, I'm applying for grants and I'm trying to get like outside funding. But
that's so smart.
That is what products require.
Yeah.
Services, market traction. I'm gaining momentum. I'm bringing on more staff. I'm doing this, but I'm also building up more overhead.
Because as a business owner, I didn't go to business school. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just learning it as I go. I'm taking notes from people. I'm hearing it from my peers. You saying, I'm like, okay, what'd you say now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. So to hear you say that with a product, it's about, getting investors and finding that funding.
So I'm creating a product right now, and that was my first thing. I'm like, I'm not funding this out of my pocket. I'm not going to do that. Like, and so to hear you say it's confirmation for me, I'm like, okay, I'm doing other like-minded people are doing the same thing. Great to know, because I don't, where am I going to get this?
From R&D to bottling to storage
and
to distribution.
Yeah.
That costs.
Yeah.
And it's different and I'm sure once you get in wholesale and retail, you know, when you're scaling at that level, your need and your demand, they're going to have to meet at some point.
Yes.
I don't think that my product need is as great as my service need currently. So that's something that I'm happy to slow develop, take my time, because I'm also adjusting too as the market's transitioning and we're watching it transition again.
Yeah.
What do we want to go into? Do I want to still have syrups? Do I want to do mixers? Do I want it canned? Do I want it bottled? I have been developing and thinking through this for so long that now I'm kind of like, this is mine. I can get to it. No one's rushing me.
No.
I'm on my own time. Good. And when I'm ready to launch that part fully, I tried the calendar last year. It did great. I don't necessarily
like it. It was so fun.
It was a passion project for me. So whatever came in from it, I just truly was grateful for that learning lesson. I want a cocktail book.
Okay.
That's my biggest goal, but I don't know. I'm confused. I got a lot of things with that. So I would love to have it. And my deadline just keeps getting pushed back every time. I'm like, dang, I want to do this by then, but I'm not ready yet.
Okay. 2 things.
Okay.
I want to tell you what I'm working on product-wise.
Okay.
And I'm doing I'm trying to develop a canned non-alcoholic cocktail. Can't even get my words out. Eventually, alcoholic canned cocktail.
Okay.
And so I submitted for a pitch competition. I haven't heard back yet.
Okay.
Fingers crossed.
Yay.
But also, like you were saying, I'm just putting it out there.
Put it out there.
Put it out there. Create something
Let's
really.
see what comes back.
And I will say, sometimes when I'm applying to these grants and when I'm applying to these different pitch competitions and stuff, it's making me really think deeply about what I really want when I'm responding to these answers, which I can appreciate. And so I never think about it like, oh, I won't know if I'm going to get this or not. I'm like, I don't care if I do. I mean, of course I care, but it's like there's something about that process that helps me put so much in perspective. And I'm like, oh, dang, I really want this. Look at this. Look what I did. I really want this. So I don't know. I agree with you on that. You know, looking for funding and just taking your time in the process and refining. Speaking a little further on that, because I do want to do the non-alcoholic beverage canned cocktail. Last night I ended up getting 2 what I've seen to be very popular non-alcoholic canned cocktails, and I tasted them and I was like, well, they already got it out here.
No,
everybody's already doing it. Let me just get them and taste it and market research, whatever. And I tasted them, I'm like, this is nothing what I had in mind. And I'm like, okay, I'm good. I'm good. I got a little longer. So also on this topic of pushing things out further and further, I find, and I'm reading this book called The Mountain Is You.
Okay.
And it talks about self-sabotage. And when you're creating something and you keep pushing your finish line out, like you meet your goal and when you get closer, you push the finish line out further. And it's just like, that is also a part of like this slight self-sabotage, slight control, bring it back in, because you're doing that on purpose. Like sometimes
pushing it out.
Right. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes that's not what it requires. You just can't help it. And I feel like I'm like that with some of my creative projects. It's not because it's not ready. It's because I overcomplicated it. And I'm like, oh, I'm getting closer to the finish line. What's something else I can do to make this not work? Okay, I got to do this now. And so I keep doing that. I've just noticed that. And so I try to be a little mindful of myself when I'm doing that. Like, is this a real reason why this is getting pushed out? Or is this me just trying to overcomplicate this so I'll never get to that point? I don't know. This is something to think about.
That's interesting, because I also feel like, okay, I have 2 feels.
Okay.
I think on certain things, just do it.
Okay.
Right? Like content, I used to get all up in my head about content. Post. I could have a misspelled caption.
Whatever.
The editing could be off,
I could
whatever.
put that out at 1 a.m.
I don't care anymore about that. I used to think too much about it.
Yeah.
But things like product and when it comes to the brand, I don't know. I think I've accepted and appreciate more the slowness.
Okay.
and not rushing to throw something out just because I set this date, this arbitrary date.
Okay.
You know, like and this is something that I'm learning in therapy, like you're in control. Control what you can control.
Yeah.
Who knows about your deadline that you put in your head?
No
I said
one.
I wanted it done by September. If it comes out in October, did that make a huge difference?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. But that's also why I stopped saying a lot before. I just produce. Because in my stories, I got something coming.
Right.
Stay tuned. Don't stay tuned to shit I got going on. Leave me alone. Just be quiet.
I am a ghost on social media. I post and I delete the app.
SoMixxy, I have my virtual assistant do it. I don't touch.
That's so good.
I approve. I give, like creative. I provide the content.
I'm working on that.
Because if I do it, I'm going to half-ass it. I'm going to say I'm going to post and not.
Yeah.
So I need somebody. I'm not going to edit everything. So just do it. Let me see it, approve it, get it out.
My thing is I love creating content. I just don't care about posting it. I don't want to be on the app. I love creating it. I have a media production. I went to a media production high school.
Okay.
So I just love creating. But here's all of the content. Do what you want. Here's my voice. You know what I want to say. Have at it.
Yes.
So I'm working with someone now to help me with that part. So yeah.
Yeah.
Woo. Okay. We're going to transition to Poor Minds. This is kind of wrapping up here soon. So Poor Minds.
Yes.
You're a celebrity mixologist. This is so cool. On a very popular podcast shot here in Atlanta with over 370K subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah, they're growing.
In every episode, this girl is on there showcasing these cocktails and educating people about these cocktails. And it's just so cool. And every time, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
And I love seeing you. And the podcast is actually really good. And there's not too many podcasts that I'm like, oh, if you want to, I would recommend this podcast. It's really good. Poor Minds, you should definitely check it out.
Yes.
And every time I see you on the podcast, I was getting my hair done. And my braider had it on. She's younger than me.
Yeah.
She was braiding my hair and she was just like, haha. I was like, I know. That's my friend.
That's my friend.
I know her.
That's my girl.
Every time somebody brings it up, they're like, oh, yeah, what from mine? You seen the bartender? That's my friend. They're like, oh, okay, bitch, calm down. I'm like, yeah, I just know her, whatever. I'm so proud of you. I am always talking about you.
Screaming.
Seriously. And it's so easy because it's something that's like, again, as we talked about, something that's so accessible for everyone. It's like, here in your face, like, oh, cocktails, blah, blah. No, you see this girl making cocktails on there? That is her. This is what I'm talking about. That gives me, for me, it's like, what she does, I do the same thing.
Yes.
Like, it's like that connection. Like, oh, you want something curated with her?
Yes.
That's it. And they're like, oh, that. Okay. It just connects people. It helps them understand. So I love you on there. I'm always like hyping you up. But I'm curious to know how often you shoot.
Okay.
How often the episodes are. And then you always have a new cocktail. So like, what's the cocktail inspiration and how do you come up with the names? Because the names are always so catchy.
So we shoot once a week. 2 episodes usually on Wednesday.
Okay.
And the Poor Minds podcast is under 85 South. So Carlos Miller, DC Young Fly, Chico Bean, like they're collective.
Okay.
So they're the all-female podcast under them.
Okay.
So when we shoot, and now it's kind of changed. When I first started, we were shooting like every week, all the time. It was a lot. Yeah.
Okay.
And they would just have like episodes in the can or like and disseminate them accordingly. Now we're kind of at a good space where we might do it, like we might have 2 to 3 shoot days a month.
Okay.
And then
you shoot multiple episodes though when you're there.
Usually 2, no more than 2. Then the girls will do a Patreon. They might have like, depending on what brand sponsors they might have some obligations to fulfill some ads or whatever for them. But yeah, usually 2 to 3 times a month we're there, and I'm there all day. Like production, for anyone that's familiar with production, you are there all day. That is my time. Okay. So I'll have my laptop. I'm still doing work. I'm still getting things done in between.
Just in a different space.
Yeah, just in a different space. That's the beauty of remote work,
and
right?
It's a beauty of being an entrepreneur and being able to work anywhere.
And I love it. To me, that's my fun day. That's brainless. I come in. What do I feel like making today? You asked me about how I curate the cocktails and what that process looks like. My process is finding out what the guest might like or what they drink, what spirit, mocktail, cocktail, whatever. And then what I have available. Or like if I'm just in the mood for something, like I'll come up with that. But usually I kind of, if it's a male, female, gauge on what they might like. Usually men want something strong. I try to make it less fruity. Sometimes the guys like a fruity pink drink. They don't care.
They do.
I made the event yesterday. The top drink was the tequila dragon fruit Paloma. They had like sparkling grapefruit, dragon fruit syrup, lime, and tequila. Super simple. Garnish looked cute. Vibrant pink, and all the men were like,
"This is tasty,
sipping, okay, tasty. Love it, wanted more, okay." But so like when I come in ahead of time, we'll have a meeting. Let me know like spirit of choice, and then like I said, I'll kind of see what I have, or go out and grab a few ingredients to make it happen. I've kind of stocked the bar though, that I can make something off the cuff day of, and then just kind of I really genuinely go off vibes. For the celebrity guests, usually they're coming on Port Mines because they're getting ready to promote something. Right. It's kind of like a promo tour stop for them. So usually it might be named after their album coming out or named after their project or whatever. That's usually what I start with. If nothing in particular, or if it's just a solo episode, then I'm kind of going off our vibes. Okay. There's been a few times where I've stood up to present the drink. No clue what I'm about to say.
Really?
On the drink name. Like, I'll just be like, yeah, we'll see what y'all talking about? Okay, vibes and visions. This is the vibes and visions. Like,
I could never.
I know.
Oh my gosh. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I am a studied, scripted person. Like, when it comes to that, I could never. What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So if the topic before they get to me is about, like I said, vibes, visions, and vacations.
Yeah.
I'm like, we've been talking about the girls on a girls trip, and we're going for vibes and vacation. I'm headed on to Turks and Caicos this weekend. I'll just try to build off that. And to me, that's what keeps it I don't know, just keeps it fresh.
Yes.
And in the moment and really natural.
Yeah.
To vibe with the girls. And I love them for one. Shout out to Drea and Lex. If y'all haven't watched the show, Poor Minds comes out every Friday on all podcast streaming networks. That's the safest way I could say that.
Yeah.
But I really have a blast, and I'm so thankful for them giving me that space to just be me. They don't care what I do. Sometimes they don't drink. Sometimes they will drink. They'll go with me in my mocktails. They'll try it.
That's amazing.
They give, and I ask them input on things, so I learn them and what they like. Even if it's a shooter or something, they just give me the flexibility. They'll let me bring Crown on there. I don't force it too much. But if we have a new product, I'll introduce it. Yeah. And they'll allow me that freedom and flexibility.
That's beautiful.
To do that.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That truly is a space to freely create, it sounds like, for you and for them, I'm sure too. But that's great. You need that.
Yeah.
Keep that.
You need that outlet.
That's so I'm always talking about these books I'm reading. But
yeah.
Have you ever heard of The Artist's Way?
No.
It's this book about the spirituality side of tapping into your creative spirituality and how that can help you get deeper into your creativity. And you go on it suggests you go on a weekly artist date. And these artist dates is something you're supposed to do by yourself, solo. And it's something playful and something just free. It's not necessarily the projects you've been working so hard on. It's just something that's just untapped from everything.
Brain.
Color.
Pure.
Go to the museum.
Oh my gosh.
Go to the park, have a picnic.
Oh my gosh.
It's stuff like that. But it's saying that's really important for you as a creative to do, because it's what nurturing your creativity looks like, and you need that to actually create the things that you really, really want to do. So when you say this about the podcast, it makes me think that is your artist date.
Yes.
Kinda. It's your time where it's just I don't care, I can just create. And that is what helps you stay creative in your other spaces.
Yes.
And that's beautiful to have that built in.
Yeah.
So again, the seamlessness that's throughout your career is just so admirable because it's intentional, but it's just,
I recognize that because I love puzzles.
Yeah.
I started getting back into puzzles in the last couple years, and I did one, and I felt I cannot exaggerate this enough. I literally felt my creative block release.
That's good.
Just me sitting there, and that comes with strategy for business. Putting puzzles together, now I'm seeing the pieces to the puzzle literally come
Let me get a puzzle. Stop.
But I get a
really
puzzle. Yeah, like that. But that for me, that helps me so much.
Yeah.
And to your point, when I go in there, because they don't care and there's so much freedom around it, I can do whatever I want.
That's
if I want to play
beautiful.
with banana today, if I want to play with dragon fruit tomorrow, I have that flexibility.
That's beautiful.
And I can make it spin a shrub, a this, or that, however I want to.
That's
and that really is,
beautiful.
it's very important. So I agree with you on that 100%.
Well, I also thank you to them for creating space for you
Yes.
because what you're doing is impacting me
Yes.
and all the people that's watching.
Yeah.
So yes, much success with the
Thank you.
podcast
Yes.
and all of that.
And it's so good to watch them grow. I've been
Yeah.
with them 3.5 years now. So even just watching their trajectory and where they are, how far they've come since I've been with them, it's incredible.
That's amazing. What do you love most about your role in Crown Royal with the Crown Royal brand?
Ooh, the budget. I'm not gonna lie. I can't lie because with SoMixxy, I want to do that more. I want to do things that I do with Crown Royal on the education side, curating events around the brand, around the spirit, around education. I would love to do that full time with SoMixxy, but it costs. It costs to do these events, even to do a simple dinner pairing.
Yes, it does.
It costs thousands of dollars. If you want to do it at an account, like a bar account, a restaurant, that costs so much money. So to have the brand behind my ideation and to be able to execute that. And yes, I have to budget and like make sure I'm within a certain amount, but to be able to have
You
that.
can do more with that than you can if you didn't have it.
Correct.
That's also why I say that your goals, because I'm like, that's all I want to do.
That's all.
That's all I want to do.
And that's what I prayed for.
That's so good.
Like I prayed to just wake up and be able to do the things that I love to do. It was like one day I was walking, it was a Saturday. I had just come from Pilates. I was like, let's go get a latte. And then I was like, and then I have an event later. And I as I was walking, the sun was shining right at the right time. And I was just like so thankful because this is what I prayed for.
That's amazing.
To be an adult, cosmopolitan lady living in Atlanta, being able to watch myself on TV on a Saturday morning, going to
There she
Pilates,
is.
grabbing a coffee, meeting up with a friend, having my way. That's what I dreamed of. And I want more, right? Like the goalpost is always moving, but you can take a step back and just be grateful for where you are.
That's amazing.
So yeah, I would say the best thing that I love about that is the budget. But on another note, I love educating around whiskey in general. Like I just love teaching the history, how Crown Royal came to be, telling the story about King George VI and Queen Elizabeth and it being a gift for the king and queen. That to me is just like, it's just fun. And being able to...
And the purple bag?
Yes, so it was actually a gift.
What's the story?
That's the gift.
Okay.
It was literally...
In
so
a purple.
King George and Queen Elizabeth, they did a royal tour of Canada. And our creator, Sam Brofman, he created over 500 blends before he came up with the OG Deluxe that we were just mixing.
Okay.
He came over 500 blends before that one. And he presented the bag and the bottle to the king and queen as a gift.
Okay.
So it was literally a gift fit for royalty. And that's how Crown Royal came about. So even just like understanding that history, something that has been, to me, Crown Royal is such a nostalgic brand.
Oh, yeah.
I was 7 years old putting my Barbie clothes in Crown Royal bags.
Putting all kinds of
Pennies,
things in Crown Royal
oh,
bags.
exactly. Hairpins, whatever. And so like to be able to understand that, share that legacy, share that history, it's undefeated.
All right, so we're ending our show on a fun note.
Okay. I love fun.
Yes.
I'm a fun girl.
One of the things I love about you is how incredible you are at public speaking, which we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
But to give you some more props on that so that people really understand, she's absolutely mesmerizing when she's on the stage, and she can evoke emotion. She can call you to action. She will have you sitting at the edge of your seat in awe. And it is so natural. Like, it is so, and sometimes it's off the dome. It's truly a gift.
Thank you.
It really is a gift. And it's beautiful to watch. So, I've created a game around this talent that you have.
Okay.
Where I have random topics and promptings in this mixing tin. And you're going to pull one, and you'll have 30 seconds to make a speech on it. And just make a very convincing speech.
Can it be like a rhyme? Because I like to
You
rap.
can rhyme?
Yeah.
You can rap?
Okay.
That's even better. Look, whatever you want.
Okay,
I'm just
okay.
trying to make them.
Okay. Is this related to like The industry?
Some of them are, I think 2 of them might be related to the industry, and then like the other 3 are just completely random.
Okay.
So
and
they
how
can
many
be,
are we doing?
I was going to say 1.
Okay,
but
okay, let's see how we feel.
Let's
See how we feel. Okay,
we gotta,
okay.
I give you 30 seconds.
Okay.
Let's get a 30-second timer. Hold on. Read it out loud. Let's get a 30-second timer.
Convince us that every adult should work in food and beverage industry at least once. Okay. It might not rhyme. I'll try. I'll give maybe a bar. See what comes up.
Okay. Ready? Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. 30 seconds.
All right. Every adult needs to work in food and beverage because you need to understand how to talk to people, how to communicate, how to articulate what you want. When you come into a restaurant and you read that menu and you know you might want a steak, but you have questions on that appetizer, you need to know how to ask your waiter or your waitress. You need to know what's in that cocktail behind the bar before you order it and then send it back because you didn't like it. All right? So you need to understand what it's like to be on your feet for 8 hours from the crack of dawn to the end of close at night.
Woo!
You need to know. Get in the field, people.
Ah, that was amazing. See? I knew that would happen. You see what I'm saying? I needed you guys to understand that. She's great. She's phenomenal. Who does this? Ty Nicole Tucker does.
No, that's real. I felt that though.
I did too.
Because I do feel like everyone needs at least
pissed.
a humbling experience.
I was pissed.
As a server or a bartender
Yeah.
on service well.
They do.
With tickets. Okay, we doing another one?
Do another
All
one.
right. This one's been calling my name.
Okay.
It tried to get me. Why community matters more than competition.
That's a serious
I
one.
love this one.
Okay.
All right, I'm ready.
Ready?
Community matters more than competition because when I look to my left and then I look to my right, I see me in this beautiful image. All right? We need to stick together as a community so that we can help lift each other up. And we don't need to compete. That's what you see. That's what they want you to think. But us together, we rise like a phoenix out of the ash. All right? And we're going to give it our all. And together we can accomplish anything. Together.
My God. You're so good. Y'all see what I'm saying? I told you I'm not making this up. She's a genius.
You got to have fun with it, man. But this is a good topic.
Okay.
This is good. This is fun.
ChatGPT helps me. ChatGPT helps.
ChatGPT.
Okay. Do you want to do one more and then go to the speed round?
Yeah, let's do
okay.
it. One more. This is fun. I really want to try to give a rhyme.
I think this one is going to be random.
Okay. Concept for a new dating show. Ugh, I hate dating.
Really?
I do.
Like, you don't like dating shows, though?
I don't watch them, to be
really?
honest. Mm-mm.
Okay. You want to pick another one? You can.
Concept for a new dating show?
We can pick another one.
I don't know. I think that's deeper than rap. Concept for a 3-day festival.
There's always a festival. Food and wine festival.
It is. Yeah.
A yoga festival.
Okay, I actually do have an idea for that.
Okay. Are you going to make it rhyme? Or are you just going to...
I will try to make it rhyme. This has been an idea that I've had for a very long time.
Okay.
I actually kind of want to do this under Crown. I haven't... I have to find like a way to balance it, but I would really love to
Hold on, wait. 30 seconds.
Oh.
Ready?
I would really love to do a festival and bring it to life. But it's kind of like a wellness festival. And the vision that I have is like, it's an all-day thing, maybe on a Saturday or Sunday. It's 6 a.m. You start with meditation, then you go to yoga. And it doesn't have to be the specific times, but like earlier. Meditation, yoga, Pilates, maybe get a little weight training or a little HIIT in there. But you have like a festival of different wellness activities, different wellness brands and vendors that are there. And everything is just literally geared towards wellness, exercising, and all of that stuff.
I like that.
Yeah.
I would attend.
Yeah, like I think that would be so good.
I would come to that. And I think that every person in the food and beverage industry should attend.
Yeah.
They should be able to get free tickets to this.
Yeah.
Just like Bartender's Ball and all the other little things. Like, they should be able to go to that because they need that.
We need
that.
Stretching, meditating.
Yeah.
just finding your piece.
Getting a little power shots.
Yes, that is so necessary.
That's not alcohol.
Yeah.
I mean, alcohol could be there too, but I don't know.
If you have like liquor brands there, but I feel like there's so many other brands that we could literally capitalize.
That's very cool.
Maybe Prosecco, maybe a little bubble.
I like that.
Nothing hard.
Light,
yeah,
Hugo Spritz.
Yeah, Pilates and Prosecco.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to end on a speed round.
Okay,
so these are questions that are really fast. You just off the dome really quick.
Okay.
So name a local bar or restaurant that you feel may be underrated and people are sleeping on.
Underrated. I will say, what's my little go-to? Come back to that one.
Okay.
I'm going to think on that one.
What song is on repeat for you right now?
Ooh, it's a song by Josh K called IDC, which is I Don't Care. Fire. They use the beat, they remix the beat to 112's Anywhere. Oh, fire.
I gotta look that up. Josh
I'm gonna send it to you. Josh
Please
K.
do.
He's from Chicago.
Okay.
So he's a back home artist, but that is fire.
Because
That's
you're
on
from
repeat.
Chicago.
Yes.
Those who didn't know. I think you mentioned that. Okay, best wings in Atlanta for you.
Magic City. Hands
They
down.
are. They really are good.
They never miss.
They really are good.
They never miss.
I mean, I don't get to them often, but they're good. What did you just finish binge watching?
Finish binge watching Hijack. Love
What,
that.
season 2?
Season 2,
Okay.
Hijack.
Okay.
Really good. And now I am binging Paradise. I just binged the first season again because I just wanted to catch up. And now
Paradise
we're
is
into
so good.
Are you caught up?
No, I'm not. There's like 2 or 3 episodes I need to watch.
Okay.
But yes, Paradise is so good.
For those that have
Sterling?
watched it. I'm on
Sterling Brown, that's his name.
Yes,
right? He's
Sterling
so
K.
good.
Brown.
Yeah, he's great.
He is.
I like
And
him.
so for those that season 2, episode 5,
I'm not on
please
that
talk to
episode.
me. Talk to me when y'all get there.
Okay, I will.
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm not
Yeah.
Spring cleaning. Okay, we're in spring
Ooh.
right now. What is something you wanting to get rid of and cleanse?
Clutter, for sure. This is literally on my 2026 Vision bingo board, declutter. As you know, as a business owner, as a mobile bartender, we have so much stuff. I literally yesterday was decluttering my garage and my storage unit. So it's not that I'm not organized. It's just that after you have a lot of events, sometimes you just throw
It's
stuff.
nonstop.
Yeah. So I took the time and just like breaking that down. But then even in my house, getting rid of old clothes that I've been trying to like wear each season. Now every quarter, if I don't wear it,
That's smart.
I have pulled things out.
Let it
and, like,
go.
if I don't wear it after this, it's out of here.
Let it go.
So yeah, making more space for more blessings.
Good. What's your favorite self-help book right now?
I am not a self-helper. I can't really comment on that one. I would say I am in the Bible right now. So that's going to be my self-help book. I'm doing 52 weeks or a year in the Bible. So I have like every week I have a different scripture to read each day and then some questions to ask for it.
Okay.
So that's kind of my self-help. Right
Nice.
now.
That's the best
Yeah.
self-help book of them all. And then all of them are derived from what's in that book. So you're good there.
Amen.
And last one, in honor of Women's History Month, recognize a woman who inspires you.
My mom. So my mom passed away 10 years ago, March 24th. And it's been very heavy on me a little bit too.
And that's this month.
Yeah, and her birthday is February 16th. So usually like February through March is like January through March really because a lot of stuff happened during that time. That's usually like my moment to just be very reflective. And this year has been very emotional, like sporadic emotions a little bit. So I will say I'm going to give her that honor. She is who I look up to. She is the woman that I admire and strive to be more than anyone else. The first woman I ever looked up to. So I'm going to say my mom for that.
That's
one.
beautiful. And sorry for your loss.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
But the woman she made,
You know,
baby.
I'm in her image.
Baby.
Okay? And I got one for the bar that I think is underrated. I'm going to go with good old Holiday Bar. I feel like Holiday Bar is known as like a party spot. But I really think that they have some really dope and creative bartenders in Holiday Bar that really come up with very unique activations, events, and cocktails. And they know how to handle a crowd.
Yeah.
No matter when you go in there, you're going to get the same service. Like the bartenders are going to recognize, shout you out, do whatever they need to do, make you feel very welcome. And I just love it. And I live in that area, so it's like my neighborhood bar.
I love Holiday Bar. It's a
Yeah,
go-to.
same.
It's an easy go-to.
Yeah. Shout out to Cam, Tevin, Savannah, their whole team over there.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, that wraps up
Thank you.
our episode. This has
It was
been
so
amazing.
fun. Thank you for having me. Thank you for the amazing cocktail.
Yes.
Did you name it?
I did it.
Okay, we got to name it.
I need to take a sip first so I can remind myself. Because it changes. Mm-hmm. I feel like this one,
Different than the first one.
It did.
I agree.
I tasted more of the Crown in this one, a little bit more.
Yeah.
And it's still good. It's
Maybe
just-
because you probably added the right proportion
Maybe.
of
I
the
don't
whiskey
know.
in this one.
I don't know.
But this is really good.
It is.
Maybe like the Royal Rose.
I like the double, what is that called?
Alliteration.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Royal Rose.
Yes.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. So grateful. Make sure you are tuned in to Spirit and Soul Podcast, locked in and subscribe to our YouTube, our Spotify, and our Apple Podcasts. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. Cheers.
Cheers.